Hey everyone, so this is number 4 of my new video series where I'm going to come on and talk about common complaints and ailments that PTs see and give you some corrective exercises for those. If you missed my first couple of videos, you can go back to my page and check those out. And just a reminder that this is not going to be a fix-all for your problem, so if you have any additional questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to message me. So this week I'm not going to actually cover a specific ailment, but I'm going to go over hip strengthening and give you guys some of my favorite hip strengthening exercises. Having good hip strength is important for walking, standing, jumping, running, and just our overall balance. And a challenge that we PTs face when addressing lower extremity injuries is trying to decide if that injury is stemming from, let's say, the knee joint itself or if it's actually coming from the hip. And the reason for that is because our hip musculature, specifically our glute max and glute med, help to stabilize the pelvis when we're standing and walking. From an article published by Bourne et al., they found that numerous pathologies have been described and can be related to the inability to maintain proper alignment of the pelvis and femur. And some of these pathologies are IT band friction syndrome, patellofemoral pathologies, ACL injuries, tibial stress fractures, and even low back pain. And so to prevent some of these pathologies from happening, I'm going to show you guys some exercises that from the article came back with really high EMG activity. And EMG activity is just a method used to measure specific muscle activation during exercises, and then it gives them a better idea of which exercises recruit those muscles most effectively. And so from that article, they found that there was 4 exercises that came back with really high EMG activity for glute med and glute max. And those were front plank with hip extension, and I'm going to show you that one, glute squeezes, and I'm going to describe that one for you guys, side lying hip abduction in a plank, and then single limb squat. And so since those are a little more advanced, like I said, I'm going to show you 2 of them, but I'm also going to show you 2 a little bit easier ones that still came back with really high EMG activation, and that is going to be clam, sideline clam, and then sideline hip abduction. The first 2 exercises that I'm going to show you are the ones that from the article that came back with like the highest EMG activity for glute med and glute max, and that was the front plank with hip extension and then the glute squeeze. So that front plank with hip extension is you're just going to come up into a high plank and you're literally just lifting your feet. You want to get to like a foot to a foot and a half off the ground. The second one is glute squeeze, and that's essentially what it's called. So you're really just tightening up your glute muscles and holding for a couple seconds and then relaxing. You can do this anywhere, essentially. You can do it in your office chair. You can do it in the car and you drive to and from work. So it's the easy, super easy one, and it's really effective for strengthening your glute muscles. And the second 2, which still had high EMG activity, but were just a little bit easier to perform, were sideline clam and sideline hip abduction. So sideline clam is lay on your side. You want to make sure your hips don't roll back, so keep them pretty neutral and feet together, and then just open and close. So as you can see, my feet are together. I'm just lifting my hips open. You can even put your hand on that muscle right on the top of your hip and feel it. You don't want to go too far back so that you're rolling. And then the second one was sideline hip abduction. Same thing, keep your pelvis neutral. Don't let it roll back or roll forward. And you're just lifting your leg as such. You can always stop in to like your local physical therapy clinic, and they will probably have these nifty little loops. So whenever you're ready to progress some of these exercises, such as the 2 that I just showed you, the loops are a great way to do that. And most physical therapy clinics will have these for sale, so just go check that out.